Folks, Matt Outdoorsman. Figured I'd get a quick one in here on my drive home from work tonight. What's that saying? There's never a dull moment. I'll tell you what. True story. Right? Especially when you work in a prison. So we had this guy tonight. Decides he wants to go fucking batshit crazy and cover himself with, I don't know what the fuck it was. These guys get all kinds of items in their store orders, cosmetics, toiletries, food, you know. So he took one of his creams and he decided to just give himself a nice fucking paint job. Alright? So we bring him down to medical. Nurse is asking him, well, why'd you do that? His response was, oh, well, you know, the voices in my head told me to. Cuckoo! Right there. We already know what time it is with this one. So she's like, oh, okay, interesting. So, you know, what else are the voices telling you? So he proceeds to go on and say, well, you know, the CIA planted a camera inside my eyes. And, you know, every time I blink, it takes a picture of what's going on in there. So he starts blinking his eyes. He's like, see, I'm taking pictures right now. Oh, yeah. Yep, so we shipped him off to a higher security unit, let's just say, to get him out of general population. So how was your day? Alright, folks, let's hop into it. Food shortages. Alright, wheat in particular, right? You wouldn't believe what the dependency on wheat that, you know, people need in their lives. You know, it's pretty much a staple of the diet. You know, think of that food pyramid, right? You know, you got wheats and grains and all that fun stuff. Yeah. That's a big. You need it. You need wheat in your life, right? So just take a wild guess. Which country on this planet is one of the biggest exporters of wheat? Anybody? Ukraine, folks. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Ukraine. So there was an agreement back in July, I believe. And I'm just going off the top of my head here, folks. All right. I did put notes on this, and I was going to refer to the notes, but, you know, I got to answer my fucking pants tonight. All right. So I want to talk about this shit right now. All right. So there's an agreement. Bear with me. Back in July, where Ukraine cargo ships would be able to pass through the Black Sea to deliver these wheat shipments to the nations that, you know, need it, you know, that are buying it off of Ukraine, right? And I guess that the Russians at first they had a blockade up, and they were preventing that from happening, and then everybody went to the table. I believe NATO sat at the table and some kind of capacity, and they said, hey, listen, you know, yeah, we get it, there's war going on, but, you know, let these ships through. You know, let's feed these people, these nations that need it. You know, there's a lot of fucking hungry people out there, and let's not take it out on them, you know. And I'm just pretty much dumbing it down or summing it up to as far as how that conversation probably went. So moving forward, everybody, all sides agreed, yep, okay, we'll let these civilian cargo ships pass through. We can get it delivered, and, everybody is happy. Well, apparently, I think it was within the past week or so, there was an operation conducted in the Black Sea that involved Ukrainian armed forces, accompanied by British special ops. And what they did was there was a drone strike in the Black Sea against the Russian warships that are out there. So in response to that, the Russians said, all right, well, fuck you, we're putting the blockade back up. Nothing's moving. And that's that. The deal's off. Deal's off the table. You guys want to attack our ships, and then you think we're going to sit here and just let your ships through so your country, Ukraine, can make money? Go fuck yourself. More or less what they said, right? Well, there's going to be some consequences to that, and sadly it's going to fall on these nations that need these grain imports from Ukraine. All right, and as a result, people are going to go hungry. All right, people aren't going to eat, right, and many people are going to die. They're going to starve to death. And folks, there's a lot of nations right now, particularly some of those nations that are included in this deal, that are on the brink of starvation now. Right? So you throw that into the mix with when there's starvation, people getting sick, it creates famine. We're going into winter in many parts of the world. And then you take a look at what's going on right here back at home. Most of our grain resources come from the Midwest states. And right now, parts of our country that are producing grain really can't, because there's a drought. A severe drought. A drought that hasn't been seen in many years in this parts of the country. And it's so freaking dry out there, where in these grain fields, where the fertilizer is pretty much just not effective, right? Because it's the sun is pretty much drying it out, right? So right here, right at home, we have wheat shortages, which in turn is going to drive up the prices, right? That's how it is. Again, supply and demand, that's the rule. And like I said, wheat is pretty much the root of all kinds of different foods. Cereals, oatmeal, correct me if I'm wrong, rice, and that's scary shit, folks, This war, combined with this drought, it's just a bad recipe. Alright? It's a bad fucking recipe. People are gonna go hungry. People are gonna go without. Prices are gonna be through the fucking roof. And most folks, they're on, let's just admit it, they're on fixed incomes, budgets. A lot of people are struggling to begin with. Alright? So that's just fanning the flames. and then you combine that with the price of fuel, diesel fuel in particular. We're running at, I think, $5.32 a gallon, $5.32 a gallon. Diesel shortages, big concern right now. Roughly, like, according to resources, the Energy Information Agency, we've only got like a week's worth of diesel fuel left. And when there's no diesel fuel, the tractor trailers aren't delivering food to the stores. This is all shit to think about. And sadly, a lot of people they don't get it, man. They don't fucking get it. They just think they're gonna wake up, they're gonna go to their local grocery store, and voila, there's food on the shelves. I could feed my family tonight. I can eat. Most people don't prep. Most people only have enough food in their house for like maybe a day or two. Maybe 3 days is pushing it. What's gonna happen if you go to the store and there's no food on the shelves? Or what's gonna happen when the supply chain stops and we have supply chain issues, and then you find yourself standing in a fucking line outside the supermarket and you're being told that they're rationing food off and you can only buy so much? It's happening. It might not be happening here at home, but it's happening right now as we speak in other countries. And yeah, it's over there, so it's out of sight, out of mind. And that's the mentality that most people have. Oh, it can't happen here. Get your fucking heads out of your asses. It could very damn well happen here. All right? And what are you going to do if you're in that line, and you need to feed your family? Your kids are hungry. Your wife's hungry. And all of a sudden, they come out of the store and they say, oh, well, we ran out of everything. You think, oh, hell's going to break loose? Hell yeah, it is. People are going to start killing each other. No? Okay. Folks, I hope it doesn't get to that. But again, it's happening. And I don't have that out of sight, out of mind attitude. I'm a very realistic person. I see what's going on in front of me. All right? I see what's going on around the globe. All right? I see the writing on the wall, folks. And it's a scary fucking world we live in. All right? So I would advise you to get out there and start stocking up. For those of you that are prepping, good. All right? Top off those preps. All right? Because sooner or later, I believe it's going to come that this shit's going to hit the fan. And everybody and their fucking mother underneath this sun is going to wake up. They're going to panic. And then you're going to see the frantic behavior. All right? You're going to see everything break bad. And hopefully you're not in the middle of all that shit. All that chaos. Okay? I know I won't be. I'm not going to be standing in no goddamn line. That's for goddamn sure. All right? No way. All right? I got my preps. My family's going to eat. I'm going to be able to defend myself. All right? You come trying to bust my door down, I'll send you to fucking kingdom come. Whoever it is. All right? And that's the God's honest truth. All right? It's me and my own that come first. Me and my own. Believe that. All right? So, stay alert, stay alive. All right? Do the right thing. All right? It doesn't take much to get out there and start getting yourself prepared. Start prepping. All right? And I'm not saying run out right now and go spend fucking $500, $1,000 at your local grocery store or Wally World or, Amazon. Start little by little. All right. This is not a panic video. I'm not trying to fucking scare you. All right. I'm just a realistic guy that sees what's going on. All right. I see what's happening in the world around me. And I've been seeing it for the past couple years now. And it's just getting fucking uglier and uglier as each day passes. All right. So a little bit. If you're that type of person that goes grocery shopping once or twice a week, like myself, make it a point, all right, and be religious about it to have a little prepping grocery list to go with your regular groceries, and you'd be amazed that if you stick to that, you'll be amazed how fast that will build up. All right. No need to panic shop. All right. That's how I started. That's how most preppers started. Okay. I'm doing this. I'm putting this message out there because I care. All right. I don't want to see people that I love, people that I know, get caught with their fucking pants down. All right. I don't want to see anybody standing in a line. All right. Folks, if you like this video, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. Perhaps give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment. I will read all your feedback. Express your opinions. And that's all I got. Mad Outdoorsman, thanks for watching.